So now my women's ministry office, because I work for a women's ministry at a church called Calvary Albuquerque, we have over 1,000 pounds of these bullets. So what we needed to start doing is have volunteers come in and they go through every bullet and they sort them by caliber. One day after I started getting a lot of bullet casings, I decided we needed to find someone who could turn this into brass charms. If you could turn bullet casings into brass charms. I just went through the yellow pages and found a manufacturer in New Mexico. So there's a place called Sun-West Silver Manufacturing, and I just drove down in our city to this place and asked for the manager and said, I want to make a charm. And she assumed sterling silver, and she said, oh, we can design anything. They had a huge catalog. And I said, that's great, but I don't want to do silver. I'd like to do brass. And oh, yeah, brass is not a problem. I said, well, I don't think I want to use your brass. Would it be okay if I brought in spent bullet casings? And she literally, recoiled or pulled back, kind of got teary-eyed, and then she said, so you have spent bullet casings? And I explained the collection process, and she said, let's just put it this way. I will melt every spent bullet casing you have and try and make it into jewelry. Even though we had the spent casings and we had a plan, that we also had to make a mold. So she hooked us up with a designer, and from there turned it into a wax mold that would turn into a rubber mold before they could even start melting the molten spent casings and see how they poured. The Lord opened the doors and introduced us to Bob over at Hutch Manufacturing, and he was really successful. He was able to use 100% bullet casings to create our charms. So it's about 3 spent casings in each charm. And so now we've moved from the path to finding the bullets, to finding the designer, to finding the manufacturer, and Bob is just working really hard with us to get 200 or 300 of these pieces out a month.